Yeah, hello. This is so exciting. This is the first episode of the Self-Discovery Adventure to Purpose, where I interview incredible human beings all around the world. So not just in the Bahamas, but all around the world on their self-discovery journey to purpose. How did they get there? What did it look like from when they were a child to then fulfill the purpose that God has given them today? And so I'm so excited to introduce our first guest. Her name is Earlene. Come on, guys, in the comments, in the chats, let us give it up for Earlene. The reason why is because she is the epitome of a visionary. And I was just on one of her platforms called Journey TV, where you share your story. It was the first time that I shared my story to a live audience, and it was nerve-wracking. Ask her, I was shaking, but I had the time of her life. Earlene does everything in excellence. So come on, guys, let us give Earlene the love. Let her feel the love here in the comments. Before we bring her on, I'm just going to share with you a bio by her. So she is a TV personality, entrepreneur, producer, and actress. She is the founder and producer of Casting Call Bahamas. So if you're in the, in that industry, call her up. She'll hook you up. She has evolved from playing it safe in the corporate world to living out purpose and passion daily. Evolving many times over the past 42 years, this project manager, operations, and leadership expert spent most of her career in hospitality, but has pivoted and successfully ventured into media and entrepreneurship. Earlene prides herself on being the mom of Sharon, Sinead, and Destiny, and most importantly, a child of God. She intentionally lives out purpose in every move that she makes, with every encounter and with every experience. Guys, you guys got something coming on for y'all today. With every opportunity given, Earlene executes with excellence and heart. And I know that from firsthand because I've worked with her on one of her projects called the Journey TV. I'm just so excited to bring her on. So guys, let's make some noise in the comments for Earlene as she comes on. Okay, guys, make some noise, make some comment noises. And guys, if you have any questions throughout this time, please ask us. Oh, you are just looking so beautiful. How are you?
I am trying to keep up with you. Hello. I love the earrings.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. Oh, it's so great for you to be my first guest here on the Self-Discovery Adventure to Purpose with Coaching with Beijing. Are you ready to get started?
I am. Girl, you made me sound so good. I'm like, I'm using Beijing every time to introduce me.
Listen, you know where to find me. You've got my number, my email, you've got it all. I'll do it. It's true, though. I mean, I can't speak with such passion. If it wasn't true, everything that I said is true about who you are. And that's why
thank you so much.
Yes, that's why I'm so grateful that you've accepted to be on this IG Live. So my first question to you is, what does purpose mean to you?
Purpose is the ultimate reason why we're here. It's the ultimate reason. It's everything that God has put in us in order to bring glory to his name and to the kingdom.
Yes. I love that. So let's now talk about your self-discovery journey to purpose and the adventure that took place, right? Because I say life as an adventure, right? Adventure means taking risks. And honestly, for us to get to purpose, if you haven't taken any risks, like, I don't know if you're living in it, So let's begin with little Earlene when she was a child, right?
Interesting.
What did you want to be when you were a child? What did you want to do with your life?
I actually wanted to be a vet. Well, I wanted to be a vet, and then at some point I wanted to be a counselor. I wanted to help children, especially children from neglected homes and those who had endured abuse. But it was mostly being a vet, but that desire to be a counselor was still there.
How old were you when you realized this? Like, how young were you?
I think I was about 7 or 8 with being a vet.
Yeah.
But then I think in high school the desire to be a counselor came. So a little
See,
later.
for me, who knows you, that makes sense.
I know, right?
And so that brings us to my next question, which is, are you doing now what you wanted to do as a child or as a young person?
Well, of course, no to the vet, to that desire. That didn't work out. However, I do, like, naturally, I guess I counsel people and I help people, but I did not venture down that road professionally.
Yeah.
So no is the answer ultimately.
Okay. So if no, what are you doing now? What are you doing now with your life? What does that look like?
What am I not doing now?
No, not your, share with us what you're, yeah, okay, exactly, right? But don't talk about like your purpose, just talk about like what is the life of Earlene looks like when we talk about work, right? And you share that in your own way. There's no right or wrong, right? So what does that look like?
Well, right now it's focused on media. I am a producer. I'm an actress as well. And I am a casting director. Somehow God just pushed me into media. It just evolved. But it started off with being a project manager, though. So I am a certified project manager, and that helps me in business a lot. So that's what I'm doing now.
Yes. Wow. Again, because I, know you, that makes so much sense. Because you said that you left the corporate world, correct? So when did you move into media?
That started about 2018. But I stayed in the corporate world. I took the risk of leaving last year, April.
Wow. Can I just give you like a round of applause?
Oh, thank you.
It's
been interesting. It's been interesting.
An adventure, it's probably
but there was a nagging like for an entire year, and I remember going and like the environment was great, the pay was great, everything was great, but there was an emptiness, and I would walk out the door every day and walk to my car and just be sad, and I'm like, why are you so sad?
Oh man, and we get you're right there to the next part of this interview. The next question is, what is your purpose? Was it because that purpose was missing? You were empty and you needed that fulfillment. So please, Earlene, tell us, what is your purpose and how did you discover it? And I guess you can leave off from where you just told us about that nagging,
So my purpose is ultimately to bring light and hope to God's people. It's also to stir up and activate their gifts.
Yes. And what led you to that and to knowing that?
Well, I don't know if you remember, I've always told you that I'm so impressed by you because you discovered your purpose very early on.
Of course, I remember.
I literally just started that journey in 2017, 2018. So I'm new to this, Beijing. I'm new to this, but I fully dedicated my life to it like a crazy woman.
Yes.
No security. Well, God is my security, but I just jumped and like I'm free falling, girl.
And you know what? I love that you said that. Like, the vulnerability is everything in today, because everyone like looks at like persons like you and me and like, oh, I want to like do what they're doing. But you have no idea. The pain, the struggle, the tears, the anxiety, the depression, not knowing where to go left or right, the times of Jesus in the mornings or in the evenings. So it's like there's a whole process, to get there. And for you and I, we're a contrast, right? I was told when I was 12 years old, after praying for 2 years. It wasn't something that just hit me in the face. Like, I intentionally prayed for 2 years. And then for you, yours was in your 30s. It would have 2017.
Yeah, in my 30s.
Yeah.
Girl, don't tell the people my age, just you're good. I look good for 42. Hello.
You look beyond amazing for 42. And that's why I want to scream it to
Thank you.
When I heard that, I was like, sorry, who? Like, sorry, who are we talking about? Like, no, seriously, I was like, not my gal, Earlene. So you did get, text me your little regimen later. But but we have some comments. We have some comments by Dr. Taz, building hope, simple but profound. Thank you so much. And then we've also got True Vision. It's different when you're built for it. It was in you. Oh, that's deep. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I totally agree. There's always hints. You carry hints to it.
Yes. So before we get into, your topic, which is purpose push, I just want you to take us through the self-discovery adventure that you got to when you figured out that bringing hope and light to believers was your purpose in 2017. So what did you have to go through to then be like, well, this is, my purpose? What did that look like? So for those who are on that path and trying to discover what theirs is, to bring meaning into their lives, you can just be a guide.
Yeah. And I just want to add that it's not just for believers. Just to add that. Yeah. Perfect. Not just for believers. Right. We're pulling everybody in, right? Yeah. That's what we're here for, to so people can see and feel Christ through us. Yeah.
I'm so glad you put that in there. Yeah.
So interestingly enough, it started actually with a car accident that happened to me in 2016. I actually almost lost my life in that accident. So that brought awareness to certain things for me, and then it pulled me back into Christ. And the following year, the closer I got to him, I started telling him that I want you to restore me. I want you to restore me to the childlike person that I was before the world touched me in any bad way, right? So I submitted, opened up to restoration, and through that process, the intimacy with him began. And once I learned who I was, then other things started coming up. Okay, I always had this desire, but the deeper I went with him, the desire became stronger and stronger and stronger. And I was walking with him, and I had lost a very close friend of mine suddenly, younger than me, young guy. Just suddenly we lost him. And then I was like, hold on, you don't have the time you think that you have. This desire has been here. Come, let's go. Start to work. So I reached out to my confidant, who actually just joined. Hi, Claudine.
Hi, Claudine. Is that, I know her, right? That's the lady.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
My business partner, my confidant, my everything. That's my Claudine.
So precious. Thank you for joining, girl. Good to see you again.
So both of us, we were talking on the phone, and I told her that I was ready to share my story, and she's like, wow, I'm ready to share my story as well. So then we went into starting a blog, and that evolved into us having guest writers on, which evolved into us interviewing these guest writers on camera, and then Journey TV was birthed. It was supposed to be just a web series, and then we got picked up by cable. And that is the summary of it all. Of course, there's a lot of bits and pieces in there to get, Yeah. But I'm going to backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
As I said, in 2017, my restoration process started.
Yes.
In 2018.
Sorry, for those who don't understand restoration, do you mind just quickly saying what that means?
Sure. It is. So some of us are walking through life. We feel like we're enjoying life, but we're not living a fulfilled life. We're not living an abundant life the way that God designed us to have or live.
Yes.
We don't know that. We're just living our regular life. But when the awareness comes that there's something bigger than me, something bigger than me, then you realize that through the self-awareness, through talking with him, then you realize that there's an emptiness, there's brokenness, life is hard. Yeah, it is hard. So, and I don't know if many people know my story, but I've gone through neglect, I've gone through sexual abuse, I've gone through abandonment, I've gone through even physical abuse from a domestic partner. when I was a lot younger.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked, Father, restore me to the person that I was before the world touched me in any bad way. Because I know that there was a different version of Earlene, the Earlene that I was moving through. I looked happy, I felt happy, but I was still just surviving.
Yeah.
So restoration is like you're in survival mode. You're and you think it's normal, but you're thriving in some areas, but not fully internally. So if there's
Yeah.
some emptiness inside, restoration is needed.
Yeah.
If
Wow.
that makes sense.
So much sense. Like, even for me, because I wasn't even about to go that deep. And thank you so much for being that vulnerable. Like I said, for the new humans that joined us, it's vulnerability in this day and time. When you aspire, when you look at somebody and you inspire to be them or be like them or whatever, it's the journey, it's the story, it's the self-discovery that helps you realize, like, whoa, I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of character building to do, right? I have a lot of internal work to do. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I also just want to quickly put in there for guys, please, we would love to hear your questions. We had some people, sharing comments. So if you have any questions for Miss Earlene or myself, this is all about her. Please ask her, okay? Because we're here to teach. We're here to share what we know, okay? So thank you, guys. And look at these comments.
Oh, I love these comments.
Restoration and purpose goes hand in hand. Jadian,
yes, Alex.
That purpose-filled life it's different. Vita, well, yeah, it's like suppression or dissociation.
Hi, Chris.
So that you can stay abound water. Oh my goodness, you guys are incredible. Oh my gosh, great stuff, great energy. Okay, let's keep going. So, Earlene.
So, yeah. I wanted to, I don't want to miss this point because this is really, really, really important. So, of course, the restoration started in 2017, 2018. The closer I got to him, to God, he started saying, connect with this person and go to this place. And I would see women who they looked like they were doing things like right. And I would literally pray, Father, connect me with this person, connect me with that person. But what actually happened is that really pushed the envelope for me. I was following Sarah Jakes that year heavily. And I remember leaving work one day and getting in the car, and I was just like, Father, I just feel so empty, so down. And I wanted to watch her. And I can't remember what the sermon was that she released, but that sermon changed my life. And I said, I'm going to the next place that this woman speaks. So I went online as soon as I got home, and the next conference that she was going to be to was Woman Thou Art Loose, 2018.
Yes.
I went to that conference. It was life-changing, absolutely life-changing.
Wow.
And TD Jakes proclaimed at that conference that in 8 months, your purpose baby would be born, right? So October 2018, I even forgot about that. But I did tell Claudine, and she holds me accountable, girl. I completely forgot about that. Like, I don't know. I just got caught up in life, lost the friend, and losing the friend is again, which pushed me to start. We started planning. We released the blog. The launch date was supposed to be in May of 2019, but because of certain things that came up, we had to change it to June of 2019.
Okay.
And it was released June 22nd, right?
Yeah.
About 5 weeks later, after a successful launch, we had 150 people, they showed up.
Wow.
And so we automatically had a database where we could send out our blogs. It was really, really, really good. But about 5 to 6 weeks later, I'm sitting on my bed and I turn around and I just see this. This is the past for Woman Thou Art Loose, right?
Yeah.
Hanging on my bed.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I said, oh, he said in 8 months your purpose baby was going to be born. The date on this is October 18th. Exactly 8 months later was June 22nd, okay?
Ain't nobody tell me my God ain't real.
That experience completely changed everything for me. This is my symbol to remind me of purpose. I literally travel with this sometimes, okay?
Wow, that is incredible.
Yes.
That is incredible. I love, all of that is just, It just reminds me again that like when we put our trust in him and like truly, and then we're obedient. So like, because there's trust, okay, cool. And then there's trust and obedience. That's like, whoa. And that's like what you did. Shows up. He shows up.
He shows up. He shows up.
Yeah. And then look at your story, just a perfect example, and you didn't even realize.
Oh, I didn't realize it.
I realize that's what hits me. You know,
girl, Beijing. These are everyone who's here. They are just y'all are hyping me right up. Wow, no one can outdo God. I love it. I love it. Alex, Tia,
they're here for you, Earlene.
Say again.
Zemi Stewart just joined. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're now moving
I'll tell
into.
You that. Sorry, Zemi was one of the women that I would watch, and she was one of them that I prayed to God, Father, let me connect with her. I think I told her that.
Okay, Zemi, can you confirm that in the comments, please? Yeah, we're putting it on blast. Confirm that in the comments for our community. Come on. Yeah, we're on video, but you guys are in the comments. But please confirm that, because I personally would like to know. Zemi, that's you. Okay, great. So thank you so much for that and walking us through the self-discovery adventure to figuring out, discovering your purpose and what gave birth to that. That's super exciting. So my next question is, what is the greatest lesson you learned about yourself on this self-discovery adventure to purpose? So I know you just became so self-aware about like all of this new Earlene that you're seeing, but like, what was like the greatest lesson on self-discovery that like you learned?
Well, the self-discovery, I'm gonna share too. I'm gonna share because you know people see the success. Even you, like you're like I'm being obedient. I'm going in this direction. Like all will be well. But there was a lot of heartbreak through that period as well.
Yeah.
And we actually started off with 3 people initially, and then it turned out where it was only just Claudine and I. So that separation, that was heartbreak as well. Even with Journey TV, there's people who started off with us in the beginning and having to, you know, release them, whether they went in their own way or we went in a different direction. So there was some heartbreak, but I learned my biggest lessons through those heartbreaks.
That's right. Right. Can you give us one of those?
One of a heartbreak?
No, like one of the lessons.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, Beijing's like,
you didn't answer my question. Sorry?
Like, you're like, you didn't answer my question indirectly, but it's okay.
Girl, you know how I go. Like, I'm a whole different type of human. Like, I'm like, so sorry, what? So can we go deeper?
Well, ultimately, I had to realize that, you know, God is my strength. Like God is my strength, and He is going to sustain me, and I can do all things through Christ. So everything just always came back to Him, and then everything turning out for my good as well. So the lessons for me, and they still are now. Like you just gotta zone into Him, and when these things are happening, like you're being taught something, right? So pay attention. You're being taught something. Are you doing something wrong? Like you may think it's external, but it may be internal.
Yeah.
So it's bringing more awareness and staying connected.
Yeah. Powerful. Thank you.
I hope I answered your question, love.
Oh man. I love it. So now that we have the journey and story and process and took us through the mountaintop and valley of the adventure of self-discovery of Earlene to purpose, you've decided to talk to us about purpose push. Purpose push. Tell us about it.
Well,
what is purpose push? Tell us.
Well, I decided to choose that topic because of what TD Jake spoke over me, right? That you will deliver a purpose baby, and in 8 months. And before that word was spoken, and of course when things are spoken over us, it's confirmation of what already is in us, or what we already know. And there was a pulling, there was a kicking, and even now I reference it as a purpose baby when things stand up in me, right? So it's recognizing the desires, the positive desires that you have, right? Those desires are going to push you into the direction of purpose, and those along with your natural gifts. So being aware of those two things. So my desire for helping children, abused children, obviously I was an abused child, so that's where that desire came from.
Yeah.
My desire for opening up platforms for people to tell their stories, that's connected actually to a gift that I have to connect with people. So there's the desire, there's the gifts, and all these things. There's a stirring up, right? And then from the desires and recognizing them, then you move to just paying attention.
Yeah. Like self-awareness kind of, or
Yeah. Self-awareness, and then being obedient to his calling. Like I listened to Sarah Jakes, and I heard go to wherever she was, and I went. Right?
Yeah.
And I will tell you that I got dreams and I got visions every step of the way for Journey TV, for Footprints. And then he would use people like Claudine and other people in my environment to give me confirmations.
Yeah.
So it's the desire, it's paying attention, and it's just staying close to him. Staying close to him, so that every step of the way you can be guided.
Yeah. So who's him? Just for all the new people that just came in, who's him? Let's articulate him.
Yes. Our Heavenly Father.
Yes.
Our Heavenly Father.
Purpose push, guys. Earlene, what is today? Wednesday. This beautiful Wednesday evening, I'm outdoors, as that is a place to be, where you could always find Beijing. I'm feeling the breeze. I mean, could life be any better right now? I have God's breath on me right now. I'm looking at
girl, speak.
Beautiful, gorgeous greenery plant where not one leaf is the same, so that blows my mind. And then I'm on a live with this extraordinary visionary woman, all at the same time.
I love you, Beijing.
I don't know about you guys, but I am spending my Wednesday evening so well. This is goals, and I don't even care if there's one person on this live. This is still goals, because I'm learning from you, Earlene. That is why
thank you
here. And for the rest of everybody that's on here with us, I know they're learning, and they should have a notebook out, taking out notes. I usually say at the beginning, I totally forgot because I was so excited. So if you guys have any questions for Earlene in terms of her self-discovery adventure to purpose on Purpose Push, please ask her before we end, because we have one last question for Earlene. Okay, guys. Oh, we have a comment. Oh, we have some comments. Let's look at those. So the authentic woman, Miss Catherine. Hey. You're talking good, Earlene. You're talking good. Vita Well, that's right. That is correct. Dr. Taz, obedience, sometimes so scary, yet learning, it's required. That is correct.
Definitely required.
And then we've got Tia Wilson. She just says, love it. So I think she speaks for everybody. So,
I love Tia, and I love you, Beijing. Your personality is just, listen, I have to smile on this live, girl. You're giving me life.
You made me smile at me. You can make me cry, man. Don't be saying these nice things on national television. Oh, man, you're too great. Thank you. Oh, we have another comment. If I even see Beijing with this energy, I'll look to the sky.
That's Petite Home. Oh, I always call him Petite Home. He's always like, that's not my first name.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh, I
Mm-hmm.
love that comment. I can't screenshot it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
can you screenshot it, True Vision, please? That's hilarious. Okay.
I
So,
just did.
um, oh, you did. Okay, awesome. I just wasn't sure, like the technical,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
last question, Earlene. What is the greatest advice you would give someone watching? You would give someone who is trying to discover their purpose.
Mm.
Yeah,
Very simple.
take it away.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Become more intimate with God.
Mm.
That will push you to identity, and that will point you to purpose. Very simple. Very simple.
I love that. Push. You see, she's branding. Of course, she's in media. That will push you into identity. And what was the second part? And to purpose.
Point you to
Point.
purpose. Mm-hmm.
These two keys push you into identity and point you into purpose. I
Mm-hmm.
love that. I love that. Guys, come on, guys. Let's give Earlene some love. Okay, let's give her
Thank
some
you.
love. Because that was so great. Are there any last words that are in you and you just want to let it out? You feel that it's in your spirit to share? Now will be the time. I also just want to say thank you so much for joining. It had a blast. I had a blast, and I just want to say, you guys, it's funny because I've always known of Earlene because of Journey TV and the awesome stuff that she was doing with that. And then, like I said in the beginning, she asked me to be one of the featured persons to share my journey. And she obviously was the interviewer on that great space. And I was so nervous, shaking, dying, wanting to, give up, but not really. But I just get very nervous when I have to face a crowd. And that was so much fun. Guys, I cannot wait. Earlene, when is it even coming out? Like, I don't know. But guys, you have to watch. Which season is it?
Pressure. You're putting pressure on me.
I'm so sorry. I'm just so excited. Which season is it for Journey TV?
We're on season 4. We're on season 4.
If you do nothing in your life, you go watch Journey TV season 4. Okay, follow Journey TV so you know when it's coming out. Okay, so follow Journey TV, follow Earlene, follow Coaching with Beijing, follow Beijing.Rodgers. Just put that all.
We have a YouTube page as well with all the past seasons too. So excellent. I mean, content. Listen,
Yes.
We're speaking life's truths. We are giving people a platform to share their stories and to tell us how they turn their pain into purpose and passion. So
yes,
when you have some time, go on YouTube and binge watch.
Yes.
Journey TV.
Perfect. And I thank you for reminding me. This conversation with Earlene and I are also going to go on my YouTube channel. So if you missed it here in Instagram and you just don't want to be on Instagram and watch it, you can also watch it on YouTube as well. So please subscribe to Earlene Journey TV YouTube channel. Okay, subscribe to Coaching with Beijing YouTube channel. Okay.
Girl, you kill me. Okay, there's no one like Beijing.
It's so funny. I'm legit just being myself, and I forget.
I know
this until someone says something. Oh, you're too great. Okay, so last words. Any last words?
Well, I just want to summarize basically the journey to purpose based on my own experience. So the different phases. And of course, first it starts with identity, like knowing who you are, knowing whose you are. And then once you know your identity, then you can transition into purpose being revealed to you through your connection to Christ, being more intimate with him. And then you're going to move into fostering purpose, right?
Yes.
Because the desire is already there. The closer you move into Christ, and in fostering that, you're going to continue to move in close with him.
Yes.
Identify people in your community that's like-minded. Put yourself in platforms that can pour into that desire, whether it's conferences, online content, right. So again, identity, then you transition into, I'm losing my train of thought.
It's okay. You're doing great.
And then after fostering, identity, revealing, fostering, and then you move into planning, right? Because I mean, everything is being pulled. Everything is being pulled. Your fire is like burning. And in the planning stage, if it is your true purpose, God will lead you through dreams, through visions, through confirmation of others. So it's your natural skill, and then of course the physical and spiritual, your spiritual connection, right? So when you move from planning, then there's execution. And all the way you are close to God, He is pouring into you. He is confirming certain things. You are being diligent and just being committed to executing in excellence in His name and to bring glory to the kingdom.
Amen.
Now, after execution, then there's an evolution, right?
Yeah.
And with the evolution, it's like you have to go back to the fostering stage where you are connected to certain people continuously. This is like a lifestyle of purpose.
Yeah.
Putting yourself in certain rooms, connected to certain platforms, staying with God, being aware of what He is feeding you, what is inside you, your inner voice, and then it's sustaining it all. So there's this continuous cycle of the purpose of your life.
Yeah.
Continuous cycle.
I love it. Guys, come on, give Earlene some love, guys. You have made it all the way to the end. Indeed, it is powerful. Philippa, my goodness.
Hi,
if
Philippa.
That is the Philippa that I'm thinking
Yes.
is, oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Yes.
So honored that you made
team is here.
Yes, that you came. What? Oh, that's community. That is support. That is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Great
Thank you
people
so
around
much.
here, Earlene. I pray.
Thank you.
Throughout my life, I can gather that same community around me. But thank you so much, Earlene. Guys, again, thank you for watching. Please follow Coaching with Beijing for more on self-discovery and life purpose. Yeah, we're just getting started. Miss Earlene is Miss Earlene. I'm so
Miss Earlene, girl.
so behaving. I know. Right?
I even shaking my head for you.
I know. Earlene. I can't believe. We'll cut. Director said cut. Okay.
You're so funny, girl.
We got to go out again. But anyways, Earlene said, I forgot my train of thought, but just thank you, okay? And I'm so excited, guys. If you missed it, you came to the end. It's here. It will be here, and
we'll be releasing it. Yes, and you
love
collaborate with me, so it'll be on my wall too.
Boom. Exactly.
All right.
Okay,
so, guys, follow Journey TV. Follow us on Facebook, IG. Catch up on episodes. Of course, we have a lot of different stories on there. Stories telling you how to just get over or not get over, but go through certain hardships in life and how to actually let that filter into your passion and your purpose.
I love it. And for the comments, thank you for being so lively, you guys. Some of you guys are just superstars in your own industries and own rights. So thank you for joining us. We love you. Yeah, just keep following God and let's do it. Okay.
Beijing, thank you for the opportunity, hon. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for showing up for me. Listen, thank you.
Yes.
All right, Beijing.
Upload this everywhere is where it's going. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. Okay, guys. Bye.
All right, bye.